If you're still broke in 2026, it's not because you're unlucky. It's because nobody ever broke this down for you properly.
Whoa, we are starting right out of the gate today, huh? No warm up.
We're not sugarcoating anything on this channel, John. Welcome to Rich Cousinz, the only place that teaches you how to earn faster, save smarter, and invest like people who actually win the game.
I love that distinction, not just make money, because anyone can do that for a little while. This is about keeping it, and more importantly, growing it, building something real.
Exactly. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now, because what we're about to break down today isn't just advice, it's the blueprint. The problem is, nobody teaches you the roadmap for what comes next. That's why today we're breaking down the 6 steps that actually build wealth. No fluff. Step 1. And listen closely, because this is where 90% of people already fail. You must create an investment budget.
Oh, hold on. An investment budget. People usually say you need to budget your expenses first, rent, food, bills.
And that, John, is exactly why they stay broke. Most people treat investing like the leftovers after a meal. If there's anything left, then maybe they'll invest it. Winners treat investing like the main course. It is the priority.
Okay, that makes sense. Pay yourself first, but for real.
Let me break it down. There are 3 types of people. You have the wasters. They spend everything they make, always chasing the next shiny object. Then you have the warriors. They save everything, hoarding cash in a bank account where it gets eaten by inflation.
Right. I feel like most people fall into one of those two camps. They're either spending like crazy or they're too scared to spend a dime.
And look, the warriors, the savers, they mean well. They think they're being responsible. But a dollar in a savings account today is worth 97 cents next year, and even less the year after. Saving is a guaranteed loss. It's a slow motion magic trick that makes your money disappear.
Exactly. And both are losing the game. The third type of person, the winner, understands the secret. They invest everything strategically. Winners know that money is not for spending. Money is a tool to make more money.
That's a huge mindset shift right there. It's not a consumable, it's a tool. Exactly. Stop trading years of your life for things that don't pay you back. That's step 1. All right, step 2, increase your value, not just your income. The income is a byproduct. Let me tell you a quick story to illustrate this. There were 2 guys who wanted to learn to surf, Cooper and Dwayne. Cooper would only go to the beach when the forecast promised big waves. If there weren't any, he went home.
He was waiting for the perfect moment.
Exactly. But Dwayne, he surfed every wave. Big, small, messy, perfect. He was always in the water, getting his reps in. One day, a massive, perfect wave comes, the wave of a lifetime. Cooper sees it and thinks, this is my moment. Dwayne sees it, and to him, it's just another wave. Guess who rode it perfectly all the way to the shore?
Dwayne, of course, because he was prepared. He had put in the hours.
Exactly. Skill beats opportunity when the opportunity finally shows up. So don't wait for a big break. Become the person who is ready for the break when it comes.
That's deep. So the small reps, the daily practice, that's what truly matters.
It's everything. Every skill you learn compounds. So stop chasing the one thing that will make you rich and start stacking high-value skills: communication, sales, content creation, negotiation. These skills pay you dividends forever.
Okay, so I'm increasing my value, my income is going up, and I'm putting money into my investment budget first. Where does that money actually go?
Perfect question. That brings us to step 3. You need somewhere for that money to work. You have to open investment accounts.
Like stocks and that sort of thing.
Yes, stocks, ETFs, your long-term plays. This won't make you a millionaire overnight, and anyone who tells you it will is selling you something. But this will build serious, life-changing wealth over time through the power of compounding.
But a lot of people are scared of the market. They hear stories about crashes and people losing everything. It feels like gambling.
That's because they think in terms of timing the market, which is a loser's game. Winners focus on time in the market. By investing a set amount regularly, every month, no matter what, you buy more when prices are low and less when they're high. It's systematic. It removes emotion and guarantees you build wealth over the long haul.
So this is the slow money, the foundation.
Exactly. This is your fortress of wealth. While everyone else is gambling on quick wins, you're quietly building an indestructible financial base. But now, this is where the real generational wealth is created. Step 4. Build assets.
Okay, I'm listening.
Let me give you another example. Two people, John and Alex.
Hey, that's me. I hope this version of me is doing well.
Relax, this version is struggling. So John diligently invests in stocks every month. He's building his foundation. Alex, he does that too, but he also focuses on building a business on the side.
Okay.
Fast forward a few years, Alex's business is now generating serious income, far more than he could ever invest from a salary. John, he's doing okay, but he's still waiting on the market to do the heavy lifting.
So owning something you control beats just investing in what other people control.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Stocks means you own a tiny piece of someone else's business. Building an asset means you own the whole thing. That's where the real leverage is.
So it's not just about starting a traditional company. What are some other assets people can build?
Anything that generates income independent of your direct time. It could be an online course, a popular YouTube channel, an ebook, a patent on an invention, or even a well-managed portfolio of dividend stocks. The key is creating or buying something that works for you so you don't have to.
All right, but building a business, buying property, that takes capital. And that brings up the big scary word for most people, debt.
That's because nobody ever taught them the difference between good debt and bad debt. That's step 5. Use debt strategically.
Okay, break that down.
It's simple. Bad debt is borrowing money to buy liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket, like cars, clothes for flexing, expensive vacations you can't afford. Good debt is borrowing money to buy assets, things that put money into your pocket, like a cash-flowing rental property or equipment for your business.
So debt isn't the enemy itself, it's how you use it.
No, misusing it is. Rich people use good debt to buy assets that put money in their pocket, like a rental property where the tenant pays the mortgage. You use other people's money to get rich.
That phrase, other people's money, sounds almost criminal, but you're saying it's the key.
It's the absolute key. Let's say you have $50,000. You could buy one asset for that price. Or you could use that $50,000 as a 20% down payment on a $250,000 property. Now you control a $250,000 asset that's appreciating, and someone else, the tenant, is paying off the loan for you. That's leverage. That's how you scale.
That's literally the game of Monopoly in real life.
Exactly. The rich play the game. The poor are told to avoid it. And that brings us to the final step. Step 6. This one separates the wealthy from everyone else permanently. Don't spend your earned money.
Wait, what? What is the point of earning it then? How are you supposed to live?
You spend your returns, not your income. Your salary, your earned income from your job, that is seed money. Its only purpose is to buy and build assets.
Okay, so you're
Building a machine. Exactly. And you live off what the machine produces. If your portfolio of assets, your stocks, your businesses, your properties, generates $100,000 a year in cash flow, that is what you live on, not your salary. Your salary keeps building the machine bigger and bigger.
So your job just becomes a tool to build the freedom machine, and then the machine pays for your life. That's how you achieve real financial freedom.
And this is the final mental hurdle. It requires you to stop seeing your salary as money for you and start seeing it as money for your future self. Every dollar you earn is a soldier you can send out to fight for your freedom. You live off the spoils of their victory, the returns, not by sacrificing the soldiers themselves. That's how you stop being dependent on working forever. That's the end game.